Welcome to this PS5 tier list. If you don't agree with our results, then I don't care, believe me.
Where am I? I'm scared. Who turned out the lights?
Joe, you'll be fine. Just don't smell anything, touch anything, and try to keep your hands out of your knickers for the next 10 minutes.
I'll try Obama.
First up, we got Demon's Souls.
I never played this because it's M-rated, and the guy in GameStop didn't believe I was over 17.
Yes, you do look very youthful, Joe. Great game, excellent remake, and a great start to the PS5 era. Out of this world graphics and a really amazing atmosphere and feeling of dread and anxiety the developers created.
Great game, yes. Tremendous boss fights and a solid world they put together full of secrets and challenging gameplay.
I'd let you borrow my copy, Joe, but there are a few jump scares and I don't want you to have a heart attack.
Oh, please, Obama.
Okay, but promise me you'll have a potty ready in case you wet yourself.
Far Cry 6. This is the one with the dude from Breaking Bad. I honestly thought it was just okay. I basically single-handedly defeated an army and removed a dictator with a nail gun. Way too easy.
This game is very pretty with a massive open world, but who isn't sick of open world games by now? It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but a little tired.
I thought this was good, especially in co-op mode, but it was too easy. And the missions were all too familiar after a while, so we will go for okay.
By the way, we know there is some overlap between PS4 and PS5 games, and we know we may have missed some big titles here, but as I said, I really don't care. I am a billionaire, and you are a sweaty nerd watching this on an iPhone in your basement.
Calm down, Donald Jesus Christ. Elden Ring GOAT tier, no debate really is there. A massive undertaking successfully pulled off with this ambitious Souls-like.
No arguments from me, I just can't wait for the next DLC.
Great game, but my brain is a bit slow these days for all those boss battles and learning all the attack patterns. I normally just summon someone online and hide in the corner until the boss is dead.
Dying Light 2. They delayed this so many times, and it just wasn't a good game. The in-game choices basically had very little impact on your actual experience, and it was super disappointing for me.
Yeah, I agree. I was looking forward to this one, but it was just inferior to the first game. It's okay.
This game scared me, and I got through a few packs of diapers playing it, but it was too easy, and just got repetitive after a while. Also, I have a lot in common with the zombies, so I could kind of relate to them.
Returnal, this is GOAT tier in my opinion, an amazing shooter. I just love roguelikes.
What's a rogue like?
Never mind, Joe. It's complicated.
Oh, okay, I thought this was a great game. Me and Ron DeSantis used to play it together quite a lot. We used to sneak off when we were fighting in World War I. The good old days.
I don't think either of you were alive during the First World War, Joe, but you're very confused, and it's not worth arguing. Great game, pretty tough, but it looks absolutely fantastic and one of the best PS5 titles.
Now what about Gran Turismo 7? This game was too fast for me, gave me motion sickness and made me vomit all over my knickers. I like the graphics though.
Tremendous racer, realistic physics system, and fun to play online with friends. This is a good game.
I liked it. Good game, awesome soundtrack, graphics, and maybe the best DualSense implementation in any game I've played so far.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I love this game. I've been playing this series ever since the original Ratchet Clank came out in 1960.
The first game came out in 2002, Joe.
No, it was definitely 1860, Obama. I remember because I smelled a girl's hair as I reached up to grab my copy off the shelf.
Never played it, but it looks cool.
Great game, awesome futuristic wacky weapons, characters, and a fun intergalactic world they created. Awesome.
Forspoken garbage game in my opinion. Dull, repetitive open world game and terrible voice acting that was just horrible.
Yeah, I didn't really like it either, and I can see why it got mixed reviews. I think the less said about this one, the better.
It's my favorite game of all time, and I loved all the pointless swearing and the annoying sidekick. It should go in GOAT category. You got to consider my opinion, Obama.
I'm afraid not, Joe. This is my list, and I do what I want when I want, and you're not tough enough to stop me. You understand me, old-timer. It's just okay.
Yes, sir.
The PS5 is so good I thought we'd include a real piece of trash just to shake things up. GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition.
Yeah, it's amazing how anyone could screw the GTA series up so bad.
Yep, absolute garbage. Plays and looks like trash and is a pure sign of disrespect to one of the greatest series ever. Disgusting.
You're not wrong, Obama. The people who made a mess of these classic games must be some serious low IQ individuals and almost certainly are Democrats.
Deathloop, I found the time loop mechanic a bit confusing, so I didn't really get this game.
I thought it was good. I liked going back to previously explored areas at different times of the day to see how the environments had changed and how I could interact with new things.
I agree, it was good, decent shooting mechanics system and made by the devs who did the Dishonored series, which I thought was amazing. Okay, so Death Stranding now, this game was trash, all right? It was like paying $80 to be a Deliveroo driver in real life. I felt like I was paying my hard-earned money to deliver Chinese food in a virtual world.
I thought it was just okay, a bit confusing, but I think Andrew Lincoln from The Sopranos was good in it.
You're talking about Norman Reedus, Joe, and he's from The Walking Dead? This game was okay, but I guess this will split the thoughts of the audience.
Whatever, let's just get on with this so I can get away from you two.
God of War Ragnarok. This was a great game and an awesome sequel, improving on most aspects of the 2018 game.
I never played it, but I'll take your word for it, Donald. I don't want to risk upsetting you.
I agree, it was a great game. Awesome sprawling environments, activities, and side quests to keep you entertained along the way. And of course, a seriously satisfying bone-crunching combat system.
Resident Evil Village.
This is GOAT tier because of Lady Dimitrescu. I just like to sneak up behind her and stare at her ass for hours on end.
Joe, you are a sick pervert, and I must apologize if there are any children watching. Joe is a little bit confused and doesn't know what he's saying.
Yes, I'm extremely confused, to be honest. What day is it?
Good game, not the best recent Resident Evil game, and it becomes a bit like a Call of Duty mission towards the end with all the shooting, which I didn't like.
Yeah, good game. And I agree, not the best, but still some solid scares and some tense moments, but a pretty short game, which goes against it.
Horizon Forbidden West, great game for me. An open world game done well with a riveting plot, interesting characters, and a world that feels alive.
I'd say it was great as well, and I'd agree with what Donald said, just adding that I enjoyed the combat as well, and the game was just beautiful to look at.
I thought it was okay, but the main character, that girl, I'd really like to sniff her hair. Maybe I'll bring her to the White House someday.
Well, along another Souls like a bit of a mix between Sekiro and the Neo games.
What's a Souls like?
For God's sake, Sleepy Joe, would you shut up? You're like a child and you know nothing about video games. Why are you even here?
I have no idea, Donald.
Anyway, good game. A little short compared to some of the other Souls likes, but a lot of fun in co-op mode. And I like the new verticality of the levels. And the fact the main character is a bit more mobile.
Yeah, it was a good game, not as good as Sekiro and Neo for me, but a solid title and I enjoyed it.
And finally for today, Ghostwire Tokyo. I thought this was a good game. In fact, the PS5 has had a pretty solid first few years, hasn't it? With plenty of good games, it's been really hard to find anything that I especially dislike.
Never played it, Obama.
It was a good game, to be fair, yes, with some of the mechanics that they use in Far Cry 6 and BioShock. They did a great job of making a vibrant, bustling Tokyo that felt like it was alive with loads of content and mysteries to keep you going for tens of hours. Underrated, in my opinion.
Yep, good game, Donald. The combat and stealth elements are just okay, but the world is so immersive and ambitious, I think it would be difficult not to like this game.
Anyway, we've had enough now, and Joe needs his nap. If you've gotten this far, then thank you. Now, please like, sub, and leave a comment, and we may be back with a sequel if there's enough interest.
I really hope the people watching have liked and subscribed to the video.
Obama, you didn't mention they have to hit the notification bell, so whenever Comedy Danks uploads a new video, they can be the first to watch it. It's true. Ring that bell, people.